Welcome to the channel. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. All I needed for Christmas, uh, was 7 points. 7 points only from these three games: the Bournemouth game, the Wolves game, and the Newcastle game. Because I knew very, very well that there was no way we are going to beat Newcastle in their current form, and the way Isak is playing and the way the midfield is configured. I don't think we were able to get the 3 points out of Newcastle. But what did we get, or what did I get for Christmas? 0 points and minus 6 goals, because Bournemouth beat us convincingly at Old Trafford 3-0. We lost to Wolves 1-0, and we've lost to Newcastle 2-0. That is Manchester United playing 3 games and scoring nothing. And if you go back a game, you'll find that we've lost 4 games in a row after beating Manchester City. So that is just unacceptable for a team like Manchester United. And if you look at the results the results that we've gotten from the 3 games, it all boils down to the configuration of the team. The team is not well configured. Playing Dalot and Mazrui as wing backs, that is where the problem is. Because when we were playing Ahmad as a wing back, I think we also had potency because we had an extra attacker, and Ahmad will join the attack. So it means that we had more than 5 attackers, or 5 attackers in the team. But the way it's configured right now, with Mazuri and Dalot at wing backs, basically we are playing 5, 6, 7 defenders. If you add the holding midfielders of Casemiro, sometimes Ugarte, it becomes very, very difficult for the team to even perform. It becomes very hard for the team to be able to get results. And these 3 games has really, they've hurt our chances of qualifying for Europe. They've really hurt our chances. And I don't know where to put the blame. But everyone, from all the pundits out there, Gary Neville, the Stephen Hawson, the Gold Bridges and Flex, all these guys are talking about whatever they're talking about, they're all right and they're all wrong. But where are they all right? Is because the team and the coach do not match. Whatever personnel we have at Manchester United and the coach that we have currently, they do not mix. It's like water and oil. These guys don't mix, because Amorim style and the players we have and the way they are used to playing, we are not a match. And that is something that Ineos knew. Ineos insisted on having this guy come this early, and they never planned to even give him players. January is here, and we are all watching. If the team will change, if the personnel will change, that is something that we are really, really, really looking forward to. Because Amorim and the current Manchester United players, they do not match. As much as the coach once said that the players he has at his disposal are good enough, I don't think they are good enough. I do not think they are good enough, because if you look at the performance for against Newcastle yesterday, that performance was pathetic. In the first 20 minutes, United are basically 2 goals down. They could not defend crosses into the box. The simple question that I always ask, when you see an offensive, an opponent's team fullback in your third half, or in your defensive third, what do you expect from such a player? When Gary Neville got there, when Antonio Valencia gets there, when Alexander Arnold gets to your final third, you always expect crosses. And that is exactly what Louis Hall did to us. And Mazuri could not defend him. He could not make sure that this cross did not come. Because if you're playing five defenders, basically, we should be able to defend crosses. We should be able to defend this extra player that joins the play from Newcastle. And that is exactly what we did not do. For the second goal, what Anthony Gordon did, he just pushed forward, then pulled back. Mazuri let him go, and the cross came in. And seriously, what is Maguire and Martinez doing? Because both goals are scored in between Maguire and Martinez. Because the first goal was beyond delete. The second goal is beyond delete. So it is either Maguire and Martinez. It is in between them that they are supposed to clear that goal or that ball. Nothing happened. And Onana, seriously, every simple header into the net, just Onana is always there, but he never gets it. I don't know what has happened. The last 4 or 5 games, Onana has been pathetic. He's been poor, to say the least. I don't know whether he fits the coach's way of playing. I am not sure anymore, because the other day he was really, really good. He's been giving us saves after save. But I mentioned in one of my videos back then that the minute Onana stops picking these balls up, it means that we are going to be conceding goals. And that is exactly what is happening right now. Casemiro and Eriksen in the middle of the park is a no-go zone. Do not try that shit, because it will never work. These two have no legs. They have nothing to offer the team. In fact, Casemiro, God forbid, he won so many Champions Leagues, but right now, he's not the right player to play for United. Then, you have the great Zaxi. What is this guy good for anyway? Because my very, very early videos, we kept saying, what is he? Is he a 6? Is he a 9? Is he a 10? Is he a 1? You know, he's everywhere. The guy is everywhere. And playing around him is so easy. And these players enjoy playing around him. In fact, they toy with him. And the coach saw this problem and brought in, substituted him. The fans were cheering. They were not cheering because the team, the coach has done a good thing. They're cheering because why was he even in the pitch to start with? Because you cannot play against those three, Joy Linton, Tonali, and Bruno, against two very old holding midfielders. They were playing rings around our midfield. They were comfortable on the ball. They were doing everything that they needed to do because there was no pressure from our side. When Mino came, at least the game changed. But you'll see that Newcastle were no longer interested. It's like whereby a kid, a bully takes your cookie and puts it somewhere on top of a cupboard where you cannot reach. He knows you can't reach there. That is what Newcastle did. They scored 2 goals and they knew Manchester United will not be able to get back. And they just relaxed. In fact, the second half, they didn't care. They were just there because they knew this game is as good as won. And this is exactly what we keep talking about. Manchester United configuration right now as it is, with Dalot and Mazrui as wing backs, it is not working. Play one of them, add Ahmad. Even Anthony plays better because when we are on the offensive, these two can offer something. But Mazrui and Dalot keeps picking the balls from very good positions. But what does he do? He turns to play with his right leg, meaning that he takes away the attack from us. He recycles the ball basically. And who needs a ball to be recycled? And Hojland, seriously, this guy, I don't know what is happening. All I needed for Christmas were at least 7 points. But we have 0 points. 0 and 6 goals to boot. And the coach looked desperate. He looked in despair. He looked stressed. He looked in despair. He looked every adjective that you use to explain someone who is under intense agony. That is how our coach looked like. And you'll see the Newcastle coach. They were relaxed. This is a team that has rarely won a match in the Greater Manchester, both in City and United. But now here they are, beating Manchester United like they don't care. Now, where do we go from here? As a team? January transfer is here and everyone is watching Ineos. What are they going to do? What are they about to do? Are they going to offer this coach the right materials, the right tools in players who are able to play his system? Or are they going to see this team just go down the drain? Because United are closer to the relegation zone than they are to the top 4. They are way, way down here. If we lose the next game, which apparently I can assure you we are going to lose against Liverpool away, then we are closer to the relegation zone. Ipswich will soon be above us. Wolves will be above us. Every other team that is down there. In fact, our level right now is basically a Crystal Palace level. Bournemouth are way better than us. Look at a team as like Nottingham Forest. They are way, way, way above us. They are way above us. The way they play, the way they do everything. Manchester United has really gone to the deepest of depths of pathetic play. And we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. For the sake of Amorim, something has to change. He either has to configure his team differently, or we keep bleeding these goals. Because I know Liverpool will hit us hard. And then after that, we have Arsenal to come. So I am worried as a United fan. I am very much worried. But there is nothing I can do from here. All we can ask is the leadership take charge and make a team play better. The coach, everyone involved in Manchester should be able to provide the best results for the fans. Thank you for watching. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. If you've not subscribed, this is a minute. Take a second, click on the subscribe button, comment, share, and let's play football a better way.